Alrighty, guys. Ressies Podcast back for episode 13. And yes, I have used a different intro. Check, man, I'll see you back there, you little cheeky bastard. Those boys are off camera because we've got two massive guests here. They're a good trio, but we've got the two of them today. We've got Ben and Nathan from SPEAKSHARE. Boys, how are we?
Great, we're great. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Huge fan of the show.
Now, boys, we're obviously going to talk a lot about your fun run that's coming up in December, but I think our fans need to hear a little bit about you boys and a little bit about where SPEAKSHARE comes from. So, first off, where did you two meet?
Yeah, so Ben and I and Mace, who's an apology today, we all grew up on the Mornington Peninsula, so we've all been close mates and we played footy together. We went to school together and did university together, and we started SPEAKSHARE just over 2 years ago now together. The three of us are school teachers, and we've got a great friendship, and we said to each other during COVID lockdowns when a lot of people were clearly struggling, how can we make a difference? And mental health was a topic that we wanted to explore, and we started off like making some content like you guys, and it grew and grew, and I guess the community really got behind it. And then, fast forward now, we're a charity and run school programs, sporting club programs, a lot of community events. And we've got a fun run coming up on the 3rd of December, which you boys are coming to, so we're stoked for that.
We'll be there. Checkman will be doing the half marathon, God bless him, and Shrey and myself will be doing a 5K. But no, we're definitely looking forward for it, definitely getting right behind it. Ben, as a school teacher, like Nathan was saying, was that where you saw that mental health was sort of creeping in around that COVID time as a big part around being a teacher?
Yeah, I think so. We're working within schools at the time and definitely saw how the kids were struggling, and then unfortunately experienced our own mental health battles. So lost a dear mate to suicide, and then Nathan May sort of went through their own things as well. And I think we were personally struggling, and being typical males, we didn't talk about what we were going through and how it was affecting us. And then it got to a stage where we said enough was enough. We saw that ourselves were struggling, and the people that we were socialised with and teaching were struggling as well. So needed to get into the mental health space and do something about it. Yeah.
I can remember the first few videos that you boys were posting. You're going down to your local footy and you're chirping the football teams, but then there's one bloke that takes a little bit too far, and that's what resonated perfectly with me. I thought, shit, these boys actually it's the relatable content that you guys were making, to that one cheap comment to someone can mean so much, and it can be so impactful, but sends such a strong message. And I reckon the content you boys have been making is awesome. Now, the programs, when did the program sort of come into it? Like when you found your ground a bit?
Yeah, so being school teachers, we said from the start that we want to get within schools and sporting clubs as well. And we came together and just started brainstorming some ideas and sort of reflected on our time at school and felt like we missed out on that opportunity to learn about mental health and practice some of these techniques to start talking about the conversation. We just came together, workshopped these ideas and started trialling it, and then soon enough we found ourselves delivering to school students and sporting clubs. And I guess the feedback that we had from the early days was incredible, and it gave us a lot of hope and a lot of passion to keep pushing that message. Just recently we were over in Norfolk Island delivering our workshop to school kids and sporting clubs over there. So it's great to be able to travel now and deliver our message further than the Mornington Peninsula, because that's obviously our home base, but we want everyone to hear our message. So it's been sick, dude.
That was going to be my next question. Where was throughout your schooling, were you getting that mental health message across from teachers or through sporting clubs as much? But I'm so glad that there's a different pathway that people can now go through with school programs like you're doing and sporting club stuff that you're doing. Ben, what has been probably the most impactful thing that you guys have done as SPEAKSHARE for you that's gone, shit, this is, I'm making an impact on someone?
Yeah, it's hard to nail it on one thing. I think the social content has been great because you can obviously reach a great audience, but I think the feedback that we've got from programs has probably been the biggest thing. I know the first program that we did a couple of years ago now, we had someone that spoke about how they were feeling, and then got professional help, which they really needed in that time. So to receive messages like that people can feel comfortable in seeing a psychologist and getting on medication definitely means the world to us, because it means that we're starting these type of conversations and people feel like they can talk to others about how they're feeling. So to hear those sort of messages is pretty special.
Absolutely. Now, I will talk about your awesome merchandise that you boys have been making, and I think that's definitely one of the big things that got a lot of people that I know hooked on Speak and Share. You're wearing the lovely caps at the moment. You're wearing a lovely I was wearing the hoodie, but it is 400 bajillion degrees in this studio. Have you got a lot more support through the merchandise sort of aspect of it than you expected?
Yeah, definitely. I remember our first hoodie drop. I think we had like 300 hoodies come to my place, which was the head office for the first year and a half. And I remember my mum looking at the truck rolling in saying, there's no chance you boys are going to sell these. And they went like hotcakes. And now it's, people know us through the merchandise, which is awesome. And I think having the message on the front starts some of these tougher conversations as well. So it's pretty special. Yeah.
Doing like little advertisements as well for each of the hoodies, and Luke Davies-Uniacke riding a skateboard for one of your hoodie drops is pretty awesome. Is that some of like the better parts of the gig, being able to like reach out to AFL players like that just to promote your...
Yeah, certainly. And like with our merch, we've always tried to attach like a message behind it. So probably our most recent one was with Kelsey Brown, who's an Australian netballer, and she was able to tell her story, and we're able to dedicate that hoodie to her. And being able to do those things with those types of people is absolutely awesome, and to just shed a light on their story. And Kelsey's a figure in the netball world, and a lot of young kids look up to her. And we receive a lot of messages saying it was awesome to hear from one of my heroes and hear her story, and it's given me a lot of hope and stuff. So it's a dream for us. Like, we absolutely love it.
Yeah, very nice. Now, boys, just one last thing before I take you over to Checkman and he woos you about your beautiful fun run that you've got coming up. He looks nervous. He's not sweating, and he's wearing his SPEAKSHARE hoodie. Talking to yourself, your 15-year-old self, what is probably something that you'd tell yourself now?
Now, that's a good question.
Yeah. I would say, like, don't put too much pressure on yourself. I grew up with like a lot of aspirations to play high level footy and do the best at anything that I tried, and sometimes it can really eat you up, and it's great to set high standards and to go for them, but sometimes when you don't reach them, just like feel comfortable with who you are. And I think the big thing that we try to look at is the journey and not the destination. So just enjoying those little moments, because that's what makes you who you are. So that's probably mine.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'd probably say just do what you enjoy doing. We absolutely love this job. It doesn't feel like a job, like rocking up every day and you're working with your best mates. I know a lot of people that don't like their job, and it definitely affects their mental health. So do whatever you're passionate about, and if you work away and chip away at it, it'll definitely pay dividends in the end. So I'd say, do what you're passionate about.
What would you say, Tales?
Jeez, well, you've taken the words out of my mouth with your answer, Nath, but I don't know, just enjoy the moments. Like, I think coming through, probably especially like my senior years at high school, I didn't sort of take it all in, and I was enjoying a lot of my time with my mates, who I'm not as close with now, moving up to Melbourne a bit more. But there's not as many of those memories to look back on, but yeah, enjoying the moment, like enjoying spending time with your mates, even while you're doing content. And I can call the people I make content with my mates, but yeah, enjoying the moment, taking it in, and just being present.
Yeah, I love it.
Love that.
We love your content as well. Like, we love the way you boys go about it. First day we met today, and it's bloody impressive.
Jeez,
there's a lot of people that would be jealous, I think, what you boys do for work.
You have a piss take by the time.
I can tell you right now, we don't just sit on the couch and just eat...
sleep on the couch.
Yeah. Just eat sausage rolls and drink beers. But Joel's pointing fingers in the background.
Trey looks guilty.
In all seriousness, we do a little bit of work, so it pays off in the end. But yeah, awesome. Thank you for chatting with me, boys. We'll get the big check.
Thank you.
All right, I'm coming on. Will's done a little bit of the background on where Speak and Share kicked off and maybe some of the stuff you've done. But there's a big event coming up, and it's gaining a lot of traction and it's building every week. I got conned into coming to this event. It's not something I wanted to come to, no offense to you lads, but it involves running and it's not my strongest point. Jared Davis, who was just outside before we bumped into him, has convinced me to run a half marathon, my first ever half marathon, for your fun run coming up. Do you want to give us a little bit of insight into what the event is before we delve into some of the logistics of what's going to happen on the day?
Yeah, I'll be honest, you weren't the first ambassador we went after. So.
It's very fair. I think there's probably a few athletes that probably could have had a crack, but
we had high hopes, but we've ended up here. So yeah, it's obviously going nicely. But we're coming into 800 people signed up, which is absolutely huge, and 2 weeks to go. So we're hoping to hit that 1,000 mark, and it's our second year doing the fun run. So we started it last year, and we just love running events and bringing people together. And the slogan this year is "Every step is easier together." So to get a mass of people running together and spreading our message within the community is our goal. So yeah, super keen.
I reckon you got Jarrah covered too.
Yeah, you said every step's easier together. I think it's going to be a lot harder when you're about 500 metres away from the pack after about the first kilometre. We'll be right at the back, so it might be a lot harder at the back. But do you want to? It's on the Mornington Peninsula.
Yep.
Any location specifically? I've done a little bit of research, but I know I'm just going to get dragged out there on the morning of.
Yeah.
Whereabouts are we holding this?
What's the location called? It's on the Rosebud foreshore.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure of the exact location, but it's across from. I should know that, shouldn't I?
No, that's right.
Across from the Centro and Rosebud. So down where the kite surfing is, there's a massive grassed area, so it'll stand out. So come down. We'd love to see you down for a trot.
Yeah, it's a beautiful track.
The 3rd of December. There's the 21k half marathon, but there's also some other options. Shrey and Will, I think, have signed up to slowly walk 5 kilometres. And was there another option, or was that?
Yeah, there's a 5K, then a 9K.
9K.
For the 9 suicides that we have every day in Australia, and then the half marathon. So keen to see. Really,
and I looked at some of the numbers. 5K. There's quite a few doing the half marathon.
Yeah, it's blown us away.
I would have thought a lot of people would just chipped in for the 5, but
yeah, there's way more people doing the half this year, which is unbelievable.
So you expecting like a lot more people just passing out on the track this year, or was that?
Yeah, we got some serious first aid sorted out, so I think we'll be sweet.
Well, I'm very keen to jump into this sort of segment of the potty because we hosted a big game of football earlier this year, the biggest game of Ressies in July. We had 5,000 people rock up to the event. No one had to run very far. Probably the furthest we ran was maybe 100 metres on the night, but the whole idea of some content creators, content producers, social media types, you guys obviously doing the mental health, social media as well, using those platforms to run events is something that really interests me. And the fact that you guys have logistically set up now your second fun run, and it's growing really fast. Yeah. How many did you have at last year's?
We had 450 last year, and that was capped just with our insurance at the time. So yeah, we pretty much doubled that hopefully, which is 450 felt like a lot. So it's going to be a bit of an eye opener when we have 900 running in the same time. So
it's just crazy the reach you get through social media. Like we've purely promoted it through Instagram.
Yeah,
and mostly the Instagram story. So that's pretty crazy.
Well, I want to chat some of the logistics behind it. Something we haven't really done too much about our game is like there's a lot of setup involved, and I think it would massively interest me to work out some of the things you guys have had to go through to set these fun runs up. And I'm hoping maybe some listeners out there are keen to hear some stuff like that. So maybe like some of the logistics behind setting up. Obviously, you said you're only marketing through Instagram. What's the marketing sort of been like? We did some videos today. Went down to Vic Park, did a few videos, but you've had to do some graphics. Have you dealt with any marketing companies or any, no, what's the go? You guys are just pretty skilled yourself?
Yeah, we handle it all ourselves. We have been planning this for the good part of 10 months. So we finished last year and then we quickly reassessed what we needed to improve. It was a few things, but mostly it was just being more organised ahead of time. So, instead of launching the fun run a month before last year, we've launched it 3 months before. So we've allowed those ticket sales to generate over time. And then just constantly sharing it every now and again on the stories and just putting it at the front of people's minds. But yeah, it's amazing how much work actually does go into running an event. People think, the fun run, you might just rock up and you run.
Set a few cones up at the start and the finish line and people can just do the running.
You got to communicate with the Shire and the council to get everything approved. Benny's been looking after the volunteers, so trying to work out the track marshals. There's hours of work. We're very lucky to have like a pretty skilled team who are helping us.
How intense has the work been? Like, how many hours a week you reckon you're spending?
Oh, we're pretty lucky. We've got a lot of support behind us, but the last 3 to 4 weeks we've been every day working on it. As Nate said, there's heaps to it. Permits with council, sponsorships on the day, got to do food and drink registration, merchandise as well.
Signage.
Yeah.
The first aid and health and safety things you got to tick off, I guess, to make sure, especially with something like an athletic activity, can be quite extensive. It was something that was
crowd control for you boys as well. We got that sorted. So.
Yeah, the crowd control for our game. We had 3 security guards for 5,000 people, which I think if the council hears that, they might throw up. So, but I mean, we were only planning for 1,000 beforehand, so 3 would have been about the mark. But the thing that blew my mind when we started setting up was I went to the council, and the first thing they're like were like public toilets, security guards, car park marshals, road marshals. I was like, what are all these terms? I just want to play footy.
Yeah.
And it's the same people just saying, just going to do a run along the beach.
Yeah, it doesn't happen like that.
You got to have people along the way, make sure people aren't carking it out there.
Yeah, on the peninsula as well, there's a lot of campgrounds on the track, so you got to go through each individual camp business to make sure that it's okay that we run through their campus. So there's a fair bit to it.
The stress and nerves, you got any of them leading into the event? I mean, you're doing an event here to release and spread awareness about mental health, but it can be quite a challenging thing running the event as well. I guess there's going to be like a euphoric reward at the end of it. But yeah, it can be quite a stressful time.
We're saying on the way up, like, it's come around so quickly. I think it's 2 weeks now, but it's all for like 5 hours of work, and then it's over just like that. So, you plan for 12 months for a 5-hour event, and then you're like, all right, shit, where's it going? Like, what do we do now?
What do we do next?
As you know, like, just an incredible feeling at the end. Like last year, the atmosphere and the energy that everyone brought was unbelievable. So if we can get that again, like, we'll be stoked. I think
praying to the weather gods.
Yeah, true. The weather. Yeah, the weather's another factor that you got to hope.
We had a little bit of rain forecast for our game, but it luckily kept away. So I'm praying for you guys. It's not stinking. I'm praying for myself. It's not stinking hot. I actually wouldn't mind some rain, but I'm sure you guys probably don't want too much rain because.
What's your prep looking like?
It's done. Ate a good meal the other day. Ate a salad.
You need carbs, dude.
Yeah, you need carbs.
I've got a lot of carbs stored, just ready to go. Like, I've been storing them for years. You guys been doing some pre-event run clubs, I've seen as well. So is that something you've installed this year, or were you doing that before last year's marathon?
No, we did that last year.
So it's going to be going strong.
Yeah, it's been good. So we've had like 60 to 70 every week.
I'd come join you, but it's not my thing. So.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
We don't expect you to.
60 to 70 people.
Yeah, every week down in Mornington, so where we're from the peninsula. So people come down, do 30 minutes of movement, run a raffle and have some drinks and fruit after it. So yeah, it's been really good.
And the community engagement is something we put a question out to Instagram. I know Shrey's going to deal with the feedback a lot later, but there was a lot of people talking about the community so that you're building, and it's like people buying into the cause and how attached they. You said you had a lot of support around you. Has that been a good way to sort of garner some support and garner some people that will sort of like help you out in the day, or you found those like fun runs a good sort of like team building exercise?
Yeah, it is. And like with the community events, like we just always want to put on an event where people can come together and feel a part of something. I think that's a really special thing. Like, people love belonging to a cause, and we try to make it as accessible for as many people as possible, whether that's been a volunteer, or actually being a participant, or just being there to support those people on the day. And from the very early stages of Speak and Share, we've been lucky that people have been really like encouraged to help us and support us, because 3 guys running it, but there's a lot more people there behind us actually making sure that everything's actually possible.
Something that's got me excited for next year's footy seasons, because in Adelaide it was myself, Shrey, Jim, and we had maybe a few other small hands helping, but we were running our own ship. And then coming to Melbourne, we've bumped into Will, we've got Jarrah, Caden, we've come to Producing and Clubby Sports. We've got a strong network of people there. I know that next year's footy season is going to be a lot easier work-wise to take some of that stress off your workload, because I'm not the most skilled at every facet of everything we do. Maybe the things like calling the council.
Yeah.
Last year when you were planning it out, there's all these things on your list that you were like, I just don't know how to do that. Like,
yeah, 100%.
But maybe some tips for some runners. Are you guys running in the event?
Yeah, we'll smash the 5 out. So we'll
do the 5.
make sure everything's running smoothly. And
who's the best runner out of the trio?
Nath at the moment. I'd usually have him covered, but
do you have any races or any competitiveness amongst you when you go for these?
Close.
We are pretty competitive, yeah. But Nath's got me on toast at the moment. I've been hitting the weights in KFC too much.
We'll smash the 5 out with everyone.
So you'll be in the 5K mark. Then you obviously be at the finish line. You and Trey and we'll be on the finish line, sort of clapping everyone through. We'll keep you out there for a few hours because myself and Jarrah, is there a 3 hour and a half cutoff we saw?
We'll make it 8 for you.
Yeah, we were trying to do the math of how slow we can run our kilometres.
Got a courtesy bus just in case you boys
that
can't
might be
make it.
needed. Any tips for people wanting to join the run, whether it's training or whether it's shoes or attire? I've never done a run longer than 10 kilometres. I know there was a Melbourne Marathon recently, and I saw a lot of Instagram stories about chafe or blisters or sunburn even. So is there anything that you probably like telling people to prepare for? Is it?
I think the first thing is probably do it with someone. It's a lot easier when you're running with someone.
Well, I'm planning to jump on Jarrah's shoulders and hope he'll run me across the finish line. But
it's a heavy backpack.
Yeah. And then probably another one from me. If you're doing a half marathon, you actually need some fuel. So whether it's gels or lollies, we'll have drink stations. But
chalky milk.
I recommend bringing some sugar with you.
Yeah, you don't need any clothes. We got heaps of merchandise. So
yeah, we've kitted us out.
We'll
I've got a few bit of kit on for those watching the vodcast.
So you'll look good. Other than that, maybe go for a little cheeky 1K run and the rest will be fine.
Just do 1K and it'll be good to do.
If you can do one, you can do the rest.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard as well, actually. A lot of people have been telling me that. I've been telling myself that. Last plug for it. We said at the start, but it's the 3rd of December, Mornington Peninsula, SPEAKSHARE Fun Run. If you look it up, their Instagram, it's there in the bio, but if you look it up on Google or anything, you can sign up online, come down. It's literally, if myself and Jarrah and Trey and Will are going to be involved, it pretty much means anyone of any athletic ability can be involved.
Definitely.
We'll be at the back, so don't stress. Have you done on a footy training and there's like the captain will pick the fast runner and be like, he sets the pace at the front and there's the last guy at the back.
You boys just need to win the first 100 and then you're sweet.
I said to Jarrah, I think we don't get caught up in the first 100 because everyone will be running a good pace. We'd be a bit excited, and me and Jarrah will blow steam. Like, we will just be cooked after 800 metres. So I was like, maybe we just walk the first 100, let them get a fair bit ahead, and then we just start running our 10-minute Ks.
10 minutes, is that what you're going for?
Well, no, I think we worked it out as 7.5-minute Ks would be justifiable to get across the finish line.
Sounds good.
And then Jarrah went for a run the other day and ran 4-minute Ks. So I was like, don't be doing that in the day, man.
Yeah, shit.
I'll be left solo on the peninsula and everyone will be back in Melbourne.
Sounds pretty good.
You guys done the half marathon before? You done any long distance?
Yeah, we used to do a fair bit of it. Ben does a lot more than me.
Don't mind it, the long distance stuff. I'm not very quick, so I'd prefer to go out and be a bit slower and get a few more Ks in, but I don't reckon I'll be able to do a half marathon at the moment.
That's not convincing me because he looks a lot fitter than myself. He's just talking it up.
Yeah, he's been running with a fellow called Connor Scott who's running 50 Ks for 50 days.
Jesus.
For SPEAKSHARE's cause. So
you can do that, Trey.
No.
50 metres for 50 days maybe. But, you've been running with Connor, so...
Yeah, he's been smashing it. Yeah, it's been pretty slow though, nothing quick, so yeah, it's been good fun.
Yeah, last year I saw you guys at Gary Ablett at last year's event.
Yeah.
What other influencers or what other people have you had come along and sort of get behind the cause? Whether it's with the fun run, whether it's with the run clubs you do on the weekends, maybe with any of the stuff. Like, who are some of the people that you've sort of got involved or got on board?
Yeah, some of our early days ones.
What was the Gary Ablett stuff like? They look crazy. Gary's
unbelievable. Like, I've grown up huge fan of him, so
and he's so hard to seems so hard to access for media purposes, and like he was always like. He was nicknamed the God, wasn't he? He was just hard. Yeah. He's just a tier above everyone else. But for him to come down and support the charity, you guys,
it was incredible. We genuinely couldn't even believe that he was coming. And when
he set a good time?
Yeah, everyone it was unbelievable. Like, everyone was just buzzing, and he was really good with everyone. Like, he got a photo, said g'day to everyone. So it was great. And then other influencers, Joey Woodley's another one that's helped us out a lot early days.
You guys do a hoodie collab? Was that?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Joey told his story, and we did a lot of TikTok stuff. So. We love the big fella, and then obviously Kelsey Brown was the most recent one, and then a lot of AFL players, Lukey Davies.
Yeah, had a good trip to Carlton Footy Club last year for a hoodie drop, which is nice. So yeah, there's been a lot of support, which has been unreal.
No, sick, helping get the word out there. All right, well, I'm going to toss over to Shrey in a sec, but we'll see you on the Mornington Peninsula. I'll see you guys again there.
Beautiful.
Maybe at the start. Don't know if I'll see you at the finish line. So good luck with the big event.
Thank you. Thanks, mate.
Right, fellas, it's right here, and we're getting into feedback. It's a bit more fun, a bit more relaxed. It's first deal from me, so obviously a lot of people know from your merch, and I've got to ask, what's your favourite piece of merch you've dropped? So mine is the yellow, Creating the Change. I love that one. I didn't cop it, I was filthy on. I didn't get it in time. I didn't get it. But that's my favourite one. What's your guys' favourite?
I'll probably have to go the one you're wearing, Glows in the Dark.
Yeah, this is a very good one as well.
Great story behind it as well, so I'd have to say the brown.
Mine would be the Rossi hoodie that we did 2 years ago now. It was navy and it was dedicated to one of my close mates who sadly passed away this year with MND, but very special message attached to it, and one that I'll always be very proud of.
Lovely. And where can we find all this merch, boys? Is it like consistent drops, or is it always on the website?
Yeah, it's we do drops every now and again at the moment. We're looking to have more stock on our website all year round so that people can access it. But we normally do monthly drops of hoodies, tees and hats. So www.speakshare.com.
Huge. So I've got another question. The sunflower is very prominent on the branding, all the hoodies, shirts, even on like the logos. What does that signify? Because I haven't really discovered what that's all about.
Yeah. Benny?
Yeah, for us, it means strength and perseverance. So sunflowers grow together. They can obviously survive during summer's hottest days and winter's coldest days. So, yeah, strength and perseverance is the main two behind it.
And everyone loves the sunflower, so we just thought...
Yeah, absolutely. Nah, it's
and
iconic,
it looks good on you
isn't
too.
it? Oh, mate, stop it. No, now I'm blushing. It's getting a bit hot in here. Oh, jeez. Some clothes might start coming off. So I got a few from people on Instagram. So at Brendan Clark has asked, when is the next drop / collab? Is that planned out?
Yeah, we've got a hoodie coming out and a tee coming out before Chrissy, and we're going to do a really cool thing around that. It's called it's based around a problem shared is a problem halved, and we're going to donate a heap of Chrissy presents from some of the funds from the hoodies to those in need. So
absolutely. And are they going to be sort of Christmas themed hoodies, or are they going to be a sort of an all year round thing?
Nah, just a Chrissy themed hoodie. So
I love that.
Cool new graphic, and that'll be out early December.
Beautiful. Stay tuned for that because I know it's going to be unreal. Paddy Staines here is...
Oh, I know Paddy is a good fella.
Yeah, at Paddy Staines. What's the goal with the Movement Club and how's it been going? Because I know it's been consistent before the fun run, but are we still going to do it after the fun run? And is it going to be like a more of a weekly or bi-weekly thing?
Yeah, it's still yet to decide. I think we will because we had great numbers. Just want to get everyone moving, as many people as possible. There's obviously a massive correlation between your physical health and mental health, and it's just provided an opportunity for the community to come and connect and move together. So, yeah, I think we will. Weather dependent.
Keep it building for sure.
And do you think there'd be any scope for like expanding it, even outside of the peninsula, out to Melbourne or even like out into other states?
Yeah, I reckon we want as many people as moving as possible. So we love what like Ned Brockman's doing at the moment with his pop-ups. He's getting crazy numbers to that. But we just encourage a movement club could be 10 people or it could be one person with their mate just getting out and about, running or walking and grabbing a coffee after and having a chat. So encourage anyone to start one. Yeah,
they're popping up all over the place. I love them. I do need to get into one because I'm not looking good, so you need to slim down a little bit. At Noah Marshman 2899 asked about the trips you guys have done. So the Tiwi Islands trip and the Norfolk Islands trip. He said, what really stood out and when will you guys be going back if you do?
Yeah, I think for me, probably Norfolk has been probably the biggest and the most special. It's a tiny island. For those that know Phillip Island, I think it's a third of the size of that, which is tiny.
Wow.
And the population's only like 1,800, so the support we had on Norfolk was crazy. They've only got one radio station on the island that everyone listens to.
Wow.
And Monday morning, the first day we were there, we were lucky enough to get on the radio, and then since then, everyone looked after us. It's a pretty special place, different but special.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, our big dream is to do a tour around Australia where we could run a potty and capture people's stories on the road, and then sort of tell their mental health journeys and. That's a dream of ours, so stay tuned for that one, hopefully.
No, I absolutely love that. I've run out of questions. That's flowed past. The first two were me. I asked about that.
Wrap it up.
Oh, sorry. No, we don't wrap it up. Jeez. So, no, I thought 5 questions was going to be plenty. Why is Will airdropping me stuff?
Airdropped your questions, man.
Oh, thanks, mate. I really appreciate it.
Good Bobby.
Oh, yep. That one's...
Tell us about you.
Me, I'm boring. I'm so boring. All right, so I got a question from at angus.ian. How important was it to grow the community you had, and how did it take off? Did it take off fast, or was it sort of a slow build, or what was sort of the traction you got around it?
Yeah, it took off really quickly. I guess the first growth we saw was from when we put a video out about our own mental health stories. And to be honest, we absolutely packing our dacks when we first did that. But we said to each other, we're young males, let's put our stories out there, let's be vulnerable and see how it goes. And I remember we put that video up and, it got a lot of love from people and everyone was like, thanks for sharing, I can resonate with this story.
Super relatable.
This message. And yeah, people, I guess, found a lot of strength in that. And we were like, all right, let's keep doing it and keep building on it. And then we started making content that was relatable, but trying to put a positive mental health message on it and just kept building from there. So yeah, that's how it all really originated.
Yeah, no, love that. Do you want me to do the outro or?
I'm pissing myself. You're sweating so
I'm
much.
sweating so much. Oh, do you want
to?
Oh, it's fucking hot.
Just wrap. Be like, thanks for coming in, boys.
Yeah.
Rig out.
Shirts come on.
It's so hot, man. I'm pissing.
And then we'll do 4 minutes to the end to outro. Go on, check out.
Yeah, sweet. You don't miss a week. No, absolutely not.
Get the shirt off.
Rey Mysterio,
Old-time
yes,
shirt,
that
this
is
one.
elite.
This one's seeing the inside of billboards, so. Jeez.
Inside of it.
We're still rolling, are we?
Yeah, but well,
That's not into this.
that's all we got. Will's got to cut it up for us.
I was.
sorry,
I
mate.
almost stumbled because I looked at you and you just.
I was, yeah, I'm
Just
dying.
outro the boys.
Yeah.
And we'll just do it 4 minutes to the end to wrap up.
The checkout.
Just to plug. Yeah. Ask where you can find us.
Yeah, I was gonna. All right, boys, thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed the chat we had. I absolutely loved it. Listening to you speak with Will and Checkers really, gave me a lot of insight to what you guys do. And I'm definitely going to be more invested now. It was unreal chat. Thanks for coming, and I really appreciate it. Where can we find you on your socials, your website, everything like that?
Yeah, speak_share on Instagram. Jump on, give us a follow, help us spread our message. We'd absolutely love that. And also www.speakandshare is our website. So yeah, jump on. We'd love to have your support. Appreciate it.
Huge.
All right, just to wrap up the podcast, obviously we had the Speak and Share boys in. It was a great potty, chatting to them about some of the stuff they got coming up and maybe where they kicked off as well. That was you, Willie. You're in charge of all that.
Yeah, mate.
That's why he's the host with the most.
That's me.
Before we get into the world famous Checkers checkout, I didn't get to go to cricket on the weekend, and I haven't listened to the newest version of Stumps. It's on Spotify.
It is Spotify.
It's up there if you want to listen to it. I'll have to listen to it after the potty about what happened on the weekend at cricket. Shrey, you've got 30 seconds. Tell me a recap of what went down because I didn't see anything.
All right. Okay, I opened the batting. I made 37, got dropped 3 times. Jarrah made 46, batted the entire day, really almost broke his wrist. Will almost died on the pitch, had to bowl off 3 steps. We lost.
A wicket.
That was under 30 seconds, so there wasn't a lot happening really.
No, we lost. Will was almost dead on the pitch. Jarrah broke his wrist or something. I don't know. He's complaining about his wrist.
All right,
And I
so
made
if you want to
37
hear the
runs.
full story, head to Stumps. Is that what
Head
you're
to
saying?
stumps because that's not enough. There's something to talk about, but it's not much.
There's a bit more substance in stuff.
Yeah.
A bit more
Stumps is
substance. How long did we record for?
15 minutes.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I
Tidy
was
up.
only
So I
15
can listen to that in the
minutes.
toilet or something.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Checkers checkout. Brought the backpack this week. I didn't have the shopping bag. Unfortunately, we threw it out. What do you reckon it is?
It's
It's already 400 degrees in
is
here,
it big or
so
small?
if it's bad, it's going to be really
Medium.
Medium.
That's what she said.
A cake of some sort, like a small, a bakery.
bad. A donut.
Donut.
Well, you just piggybacked off mine. I said a bakery item. We've gone to donuts. They're the same thing.
You're stumbling up with your words, man. I just
Alright,
went in for the kill.
Checkers checkout this week. It's one of my favourite foods.
Oh,
Might have
no.
this for dinner later, actually.
Oh no.
Don't judge. Mint Oreos.
Yes, I love these.
Delicious.
This is my favourite. And that double stuff as well.
2 times cream.
I haven't had them before. I haven't had the mint ones.
Oh, have the Speak and Share boys, you had these before?
I haven't had it, but I'd love to try them.
All right,
Yeah.
well, we're going to dish them out. I'm going to dig one myself because that one's broken, so I won't give you that one.
Double stuffed.
Mate, these are good.
They smell good.
There
This
you
is
go.
this is one of it. This is me and a check man. We really indulge in these. I'll have a bite.
Yeah, we'll try one.
Wow.
All right, you're digging in. What's your thoughts? It's quite minty. The room's starting to smell really cool and fresh.
Yeah.
It's smelling nice.
You're not
in
looking
here.
cool and fresh, but
No, I'm not. But Matt, there's nothing better to me than a scoop of chocolate mint ice cream. So this is up there for me.
it's like brushing your teeth and eating an Oreo at the same time.
Wow.
I don't think so.
What's the thoughts? Will, you've never had one, so I mean, I know Shrey's indulging these because I sometimes give him one when I'm indulging in a packet while playing Ricky Pond in Cricket 2005.
Please, sir, may I have a mint Oreo? No, unreal. 10 out of 10. I love these.
They're very good. I love my mint choc chip ice cream, so this is a 10 out of 10 for me.
It's good, boys.
I reckon it's tops the OG Oreo.
Tops the
Tops
OG
the
Wow.
OG.
Oreo.
Tops the Oreo. That's huge.
That's
You've
big.
heard it.
That's big.
I'd be inclined to agree.
Yeah.
I brought a pretty simple checkout this week. I haven't stitched you up for a while.
Yeah,
I think it's because Dill's back from his holiday, and if he smells anything gross in here, we'll get crucified. So
he
I
might
thought
send us on a permanent holiday out of the office if
Yeah,
if we
permanent-
something smelly.
permanent holiday to a no podcast country where podcasts are banned. What do we got coming up this week? We're heading to Adelaide.
Adelaide for the Clips. What do they call it now?
Adelaide 500.
Adelaide 500. The Clips all at heart.
We're doing some vroom car racing.
Car racing.
They're gonna let me drive in the race. Actually, I'm actually in P1.
You haven't driven for 3 months because you
I'm
don't
in
have a car,
P1.
so
I'm in P1. Don't worry
surprised
about
you
it.
still have a license.
Check, man, you and I are trying to get on Deal or No Deal.
We are
This is
opening
huge.
some
Yeah.
cases
This is it. The boys are on the briefcases.
tomorrow.
We've gone through
I'm
all.
so excited.
We're not meant to tell anyone. I think we might actually get canned if we post this podcast before they film. But they said we signed a non-exclusivity agreement to say we wouldn't announce
Did
this.
you sign an NDA?
But the Ressies Podcast gets to hear it.
Stop it! Did you sign an NDA? Oh, we're going to have to cut this.
No, it's just staying in the vlog.
Yeah.
Should we just bleep out what we're going on?
No, we're going on Big Brother Uncut up late with Hot Dogs.
You guys are too hot to handle or something.
So we're getting the case. We're opening some cases. They won't. Don't worry. Deal or no deal. People don't listen to Ressies Pod. They're not the Ressies Pod type people.
Not that they invited you or anything, man.
Nah. So we're going to open some cases. We're going on the show. We're filming some episodes. It's going to air next year in February.
That's around my birthday. That's going to be a good present for me.
Well, yeah. Well, the reason we're going on the show is because we have to pay some repair funds for the oven.
Yeah, hopefully we get a couple.
I thought we said
bucks.
we weren't gonna fund the oven.
I did say to Shrey before I left last week, because I went back to Adelaide, I said if you score over 30, we'll help with the oven.
I know. What did I score, Will?
Making promises that we can't keep, brother.
So we'll open some cases. We're going to the car racing. We've got cricket this week. We're playing Burnley again. Hopefully have the live stream running on the YouTube, which will be good.
Hopefully we get picked.
And then on Sunday, something big is
yeah.
happening down at Icon Park.
Yep.
North Melbourne
Boo.
versus the Adelaide Crom girls.
Cheers. Great success.
And we're going to kick up a cheer squad of our own. We're going to be cheering. How do you cheer, Trey? Give us a cheer.
Woo.
Yeah, we're doing a little bit of that. We're trying to get 200 people to join us at Icon Park in the cheer squad for Anne Hatchard, who is a good friend of the pod. We might have her on a pod soon when the season's done. But she did the gritty last week in Adelaide.
For Milk Boy Finn.
She's done some dabs for us earlier in the year. She brought us chalky milk at our games, and she's playing in a prelim this week. So we're going to head down to Icon Park. If you don't go for North Melbourne, even if you do go for North Melbourne, come join us in the cheer squad. I think tickets are like $10 for adults, free for kids. Everyone's welcome to join the cheer squad.
Let's be rude to not get my own hatchet as well.
Trey, are you going to do have you seen like in American sports, they'd like paint letters on their skin?
Yeah.
I heard you were going to put like a hatchie on your stomach.
There's not enough paint in the world for that. Sorry.
Just put the idea out there.
Yeah,
but maybe if anyone wants to rock up with a hatchie across their stomachs and you've got like good rigs, you can do that.
Yeah.
We'll have some posters to hand out. We're going to print up some posters and do some cool little artworks and stuff. Behind the goals, Icon Park. How do you do it again?
Woo!
We'll see you there. Will, do you want to exit the pod this week? Straight?
Yeah, stuff it. I'll give it a...
You won't do it as good as me, but have a crack, brother.
Me and Trey will just have some more mint Oreos.
Oh, yeah, pass me on, brother.
While these boys are eating the Oreos, thank you guys for listening. As always, rate the podcast 5 stars on Spotify. Make sure you click the bell notification for when we do post them. We will be posting podcasts at a more reasonable time. I will make sure of it. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube to the podcast as well.
And go check out SPEAKSHARE.
Yeah, check out SPEAKSHARE. Get yourself a little sticker
Come do
pack.
some running with me and Jarrow.
Get some t-shirts. Get a hoodie when they drop. And yeah, see you in the morning to Peninsula. That's been us.
I'll do it better.